get it, 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 hey.
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Sue, back with another video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Alright, y'all. Let's talk about it. We got Deion Sanders. He's part of the day 2 mini camp for the youth camp. Day 2, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the Special Olympics. They also had that. And we're going to talk about the Nike ad that the Deion Sanders and the Sanders boys put together. And it just launched, I think it was yesterday. They just dropped it on the Nike website. The Diamond Turf Nike cleats just came out. I think the shoes are coming out pretty soon. So let's talk about it. All right. So let's run it. Day 2 of the youth camp for Colorado. This time Coach Prime was present, and he was a part of day 2 youth camp for the kids. Now let's talk about how huge that is. Let's talk about how huge that is. Just as the parents grew up watching Deion Sanders. The parents grew up watching Deion Sanders, man, and seeing how great he was on football and baseball. Now, to have your kids be able to go to a camp where he and his sons are also part of that school in that camp is what? Legendary. Legendary, yo. Just like Shador always say, legendary. Just imagine how great that is. Like I said in my previous video, growing up and knowing that you could go to a camp or go to a event and somebody that you like that's on a TV screen that does whatever sport that you like or whatever entertainment that you like, and you able to go there and see them live in person, that is a different type of feeling. That is a different type of motivation. Now, I don't know if everybody has that in them, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people understand how much motivation that is, or how much a joy that is to go to a camp or event and see somebody that you admire or that you draw inspiration from, right? So to go there, and the first wave, Shador was there and Bucky was there, and a couple other people, Warren Sappin. Then the second wave, Deion Sanders actually come out there and start coaching up the kids. Did y'all see that? Shout out to Well Off Media. Shout out to Well Off Media. Did y'all see that? Deion coaching up the kids. Nah, you gotta do it like this. Nah, go back, do it like that. Come on, man. One of the greatest ever. Some say the greatest cornerback ever. Alright? But one of the greatest cornerbacks ever. One of the greatest what's the word I'm looking for? Characters that you ever seen. Okay, when that camera come on, prime time is something that everybody wanted to see. They wanted to interview. They wanted to be a part of. That was just something that will go viral off his wordplay. Even today, his wordplay still goes viral. Okay, you got the messages he put in the morning, and then when he get in front of that camera, his wordplay is crazy. If you haven't got the book or the audio book, then you better get it, because the wordplay really stands out, and it goes with his character, right? It goes with his character. So, to be able to send your kids to a camp that features Deion Sanders' kids and himself, that is something that you're never going to forget. The kids and the parents never going to forget that. Never going to forget it. And like a lot of us know, they are down-to-earth individuals. They know they have the stardom. They know they have the star power. They know what they bring to the table as a status that's behind their name. But they still remain grounded to the ground. And that's very important, to stay grounded, because a lot of people will get that type of notoriety, that type of light, and they end up getting lost in the sauce. But Deion, and he teaches his kids Do not get lost in the sauce, y'all. Do not. I know our name. I made sure our name holds a lot of weight. And I made sure that, when we step out, they know who the Sanders is. But I need y'all to get tough skin and understand. Stay grounded. Do not be fooled by the lights. Do not be fooled by the, not saying every love is fake, but there's a lot of fake love out there who's pretending to be genuine. Don't be fooled by none of it. Take it all, for what it is and leave it at that. And to have the young kids to go to the camps and see that, be able to reach out and touch Coach Prime, reach out and touch Bucky, reach out and touch Shador and Warren Sapp and those individuals. That means a lot to certain players and parents. Shout out to Colorado because they don't have to do it. Colorado don't have to do that. They don't have to reach out to the community and say, hey man, we don't have to find a park. We don't have to find a park. You can come to the facility. Come on to the facility and meet the guys. We know y'all here. We know the Sanders is one of the main attraction. Come on here and meet the Sanders then. Let's go. And you can come to the facility, walk around, do all that. Yeah, come to the field. Let's go. Now, I don't know if they've been doing that. They've probably been doing that. I don't know. The Colorado probably been doing that before the Sanders, and a lot of us got there. So I don't know if that's what they've been doing. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. I don't know. But I know right now they are. They're very heavily in the community. Last year they did community things for the less fortunate and whatnot. And this year they have done it again. Okay, so salute to Colorado for reaching out and sticking to the community, serving the community. Because those are the people who come to the games. Giving back to community is very important because those people come to the games. They buy the memorabilia. They buy the season tickets. Right? They show up and show out on the home games. So, again, it's not mandatory. You can do it if you want. But salute to Colorado for understanding that the community is the reason why all that money is there. The community showing out when it comes to the season tickets and all of that. I'm talking about the Coach Prime era. I don't know what they did before Coach Prime era, but the Coach Prime era, they showing out, man. They showing out. They buying things. They showing out with the meet and greets. They showing out. The community is coming and they showing out. So for them to actually let them meet the Sanders, because that is the main attraction, and other people too, like Travis Hunter and them. But the Sanders are the main attraction, and to let the kids come on in, because they could have used anybody. They could have used anybody to run the camps. They didn't have the Sanders didn't have to show up. They could have used anybody else. But they made sure that they came out because they understand these are the attractions, man. So come on in, the parents and the kids, come on in, come meet the Sanders, come meet Warren Sapp, come meet some of the other coaches, some other the players. Come on in, let's have a good time, let's have some camp. So salute to Colorado, salute to the Sanders, salute to Deion Sanders, salute to Shador, Bucky, all of them, man. You know what I mean? Again, Bucky make himself available. Some of these side quests that Bucky do, he ain't gotta do, man. He is the cameraman, he is. But some of the side quests that he actually does, he ain't gotta do that. He can say, look, man, Shador, I'm gonna have one of my homies come film you. He could do that. I'm gonna have somebody else come film me. I don't feel like doing that. Bucky does a lot of side missions that he does not have to do. But he says, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. There's a lot of events that they do that's when they take a break. Bucky ain't gotta show up for that. Bucky is already made. He like, look, I'm taking a break. He still shows up and shoot the content, man. He still shows up and shoot the content. He could send somebody else to do it. Now, yo, I'll edit the footage. I'll edit the footage. Just go out there and shoot that and bring the footage back. Bucky does not take a lot of breaks, yo. He show up to everything and he shoot a lot of footage when he could be taking a break and just fly over there and take a week off. Bucky, some of these things he does not have to do. He can have somebody else shoot the footage and he just edit it and put it out. So we got to give Bucky Well Off Media his praise, man. God, his work ethic is crazy. His work ethic is crazy. He understands the mission and he gets the job done, man. By any means necessary. Bucky gets the job done. It's plenty times he can take a break and he don't do it. He right there with his dad. He right there with Shador. He right there with the trip. When he got to go do something real quick, he'll fly out there and then get some more footage. When they do a little retreat, he right there with the footage. And he could, like I said, he could send somebody else. Bucky ain't got to do all these missions. He's already made now. He could chill. Bucky understand. Nah, I can't do that. I'm not gonna get too comfortable. I'm gonna take some days off, but I'm not gonna get too comfortable. Bucky understands, man. Sooner or later he probably gonna have a team where he can take more breaks. But Bucky, he been on go, and I understand that. That's why, I learned from Bucky. I'm learning from Bucky. His work ethic is second to none. It's crazy. I'm definitely learning from Bucky. I'm definitely taking mental notes on understanding. When you get where you want to get to, you have to have the same discipline and the same drive to keep going. And that's what Bucky is showing us. Shout out to Sanders for teaching his kids that. You're going to have to work to get it, but when you get it, you got to keep working it. Don't slack up. Keep working it. The same drive and the same passion that you had to go get that dream, whatever it is, you got to keep that same drive and passion to keep it going. And then further and further and further. You learn that from Bucky, man. You learn that from Deion, but you definitely see that with Bucky. Bucky can take some time off, and he don't do it. He don't do it, y'all. He could definitely take 2 weeks off right now and have somebody else shoot all the footage while he just go take a trip somewhere, him and his girl, and they can just live 2 weeks and just go out. He don't do it. He don't do it, y'all. He understand this. He understand the moment he in. He understand the time that he in. He understand that he worked hard to get here, and he gonna keep the same drive and passion to keep going. He understand that. And salute to his dad for. I don't know if the mom did. Salute to his parents. I'm gonna say salute to his parents for putting that, instilling that in him. We don't stop, man. We'll take a break here and there, but we gonna keep going until we get to a certain a certain level. Then we can take a week or 2 weeks off. But until then, we keep going. 100 mil, I need it. 100 mil, I need it. You know what I'm saying? So when you set your goals at a certain plateau or at a certain standard, then you can always keep going. If you listen to Coach Prime's audio book like I did, that's what he says. When you reach something, set another goal. When you reach that goal, set another one. When you reach that one, set another one. That way you never get too complacent. Now, he's not saying this for everybody. It's whoever wants to do it. Whoever wants to, keep leveling up, I should say. If you want to keep leveling it up, you always have to set another goal. Another one and another one and another one. Now, if you are content where you at, by all means, chill out. Stay right there. But if you want to keep elevating, and you want to keep doing new things, then you got to set new goals and new heights. You got to keep moving the goalposts for yourself, for your personal being. And that's why you see Coach Prime just stop, because he wants to keep going. He likes to keep moving. He likes to keep doing new things. And that's something that these are for the people, not for everybody, but for the people who want to reach certain heights. And then over there, do that. You got to keep, when you finish one, set another one. Finish one, set another one. Finish one, set another one. That way you of course, take a break. He always tell you to rest, right? Coach Prime tells you to rest. Rest is very essential to your health. So you got to take a break. You got to chill out. You got to enjoy life, of course. but you still got to keep your eye, the main thing. Okay, so that's why you see they take a vacation here and there. See, they take time out to take a vacation, and you got to do that. You got to do it. You got to take a time out, let your body rest, let your mind rest, go enjoy life, get back to work. All right, you got to do it. Got to do it. Everybody sees it in a different way. Everybody's take time off is different. Everybody grind or hustle hard or whatever you want to call it is different. Some people take less time off. Some people take more time off. Some people grind for 5 months straight. Some people grind for 7 months, 8 months, a year straight without taking a break. Everybody's mission, everybody's journey to complete their mission is different. You have to find what completes you. You have to find what helps you complete your goal. Whatever is take a break time is perfect for you. Okay, whatever my time is my time. Whatever your time is your time. Coach Prime in Colorado is actually instilling that in all the young men. They're instilling that in the young men. So, it's bigger than football. I'm gonna keep preaching it. It's bigger than football, y'all. It's life in general. Building character, understanding the moment. Live in the moment. That's another thing you talk about. Live in the moment. It's okay to drift down the road sometimes. It's okay to manifest things down the road sometimes. But you have to live in the moment. And a lot of us, we don't live in the moment, man. We be too focused on this, too focused on that. Stress over this, stress over that. Live in the moment. That way you can enjoy. Then when you look back, you can say, you know what? You can have a timeline where things was like this and then things was like this. But sometimes, when you don't live in the moment, man, you're missing out. Hard times and hardships is part of life. Getting over it, surviving it, that is also part of life, right? And so now you get to have both scenarios, the disaster and the triumph. You get to have the story. That's why the rag the riches stories are some of the best stories, because they go through the pits of fire and then they make it out and then they make something of themselves, right? So those type of stories always captivate, or what they call it, cultivate or something like that, the audience, because a lot of us can relate to going through the trenches, or going through the struggles, or going through whatever, however you want to call it, and making it out, and then you persevere through that type of ordeal. So those type of stories resonate with a lot of people, and you don't have to be from the hood or from the lowest part of society to persevere through something. Okay, so don't get that twisted. Don't get it misconstrued that you have to be all the way at the bottom for your story to mean something. No. See, Deion Sanders is like I said, teaches you that whatever level you on, there's gonna be pushback, right? Wherever status in life you at, there's gonna be trials and tribulations. You're gonna have to understand that those things are gonna happen no matter what. And now you're gonna have to be solution based. Not saying you can't shed a tear, you can't be upset, but you must live in that moment, and then you must understand the moment and then be solution based. Okay, if you are a person who like to dwell on the negativity or on the things that didn't go your way, you're gonna get stuck a lot. You're gonna get stuck. It's gonna take you longer to get where you're trying to go, because you keep taking pit stops, and your pit stops is long. It's not like you take a pit stop and then you up out of there. No, your pit stops takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 5 days, 7 days, whatever. That's not good if you're trying to move on with your life, right? So Deion tells you in the audio book or the book that you have to learn how to live in the moment and then move on. That's why he says, I never have a bad day. I have a bad moment, because he live in the moment. He assesses the moment. and then he figures out what's the solution, then he moves on. This is not going to ruin my whole day. I'm not going to let it. This is what it is. This is how I'm going to try to fix it, or if I got to wait till next week, whatever, okay, I write it down on the calendar. All right, let's move on. Right? And I learned how to do that myself. It took me a long time. I'm 43 years old. It took me a long time to understand that living in the moment and being solution based is very, very important for your mental health. Very important for your mental health is to live in the moment and be solution based. Less dwelling in things that doesn't serve you to move forward and to keep and to be prosperous. So when I stop dwelling and sinking in sorrow of why this person lied to me, why this person ain't rocking with me, why this person, when I stop doing that and I lived in the moment, I assess the moment, and then I figure out what I'm gonna do from there, then I move on. My life has been a lot less stressful, and things that I'm trying to accomplish has come faster than it ever had. You don't have to believe me. Don't believe nothing I'm saying. Go try it on your own life. Things that used to really piss you off, learn how to get over it real fast, and you're gonna see like, damn, I used to let this bother me a lot. Again, if you want to say a bad word, say it. You want to go off with somebody real quick because you're tired, do it and then move on. Move it and move on. Whatever you want to do at that moment, do it and move on. You're going to see that it's a lot of things in your life that kept you down, that kept you from moving forward faster than you wanted to. That those things will no longer hinder you for being who you are and moving on and going to where you need to go. You're going to figure that out. You're going to figure it out. And this is why Coach Prime, one of the reasons why he's so blessed, because he understands energy. He understands that if I give these people, whoever it is, energy, the energy that I can use towards building my wealth, building my brand, you want me to give it to these people or this situation? No, I will not. I'm going to use that same energy and that same passion that I'm going to use to go out, to respond or whatever. I'm going to use it to build. Again, sometimes you got to let people know you ain't the one. That's okay. You have the right to do that. But to do it over and over and over, to worry about what people saying over and over and over, no. Pick your spots. Pick your spots, man. There's times that set people straight. There's times that, to let it run off your shoulder. You got to learn how to pick your spots as you get older. Okay? You ain't got the energy to keep on trying to battle. Now, there's people out there, they live for that. But a lot of us, we don't live for that. We are peaceful individuals who just want to have a smooth ride. Whatever hardships life give us, cool. But other than that, we want a smooth ride, right? Okay. I'm like that too. It's a lot of us, I notice, we're not confrontational. We don't want to be confrontational. A lot of us do not like bickering back and forth. I have noticed that being alive for 43 years, there are people who love it, and a lot of us, we don't. Whether you tell us the truth, so we can figure out what we're about to do and move on with our life. Those individuals I rock with. Those are the type of individuals I can be around. That understand that time is very precious. Don't waste my time, man. All right, let me know what it is. If I'm gonna keep rocking with you, it is what it is, and I move accordingly. But to play these games at the rate that a lot of people play games, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for it. So I learned how to pick my spots when I go off on people. I learned not to let a lot of things bother me like I used to let it do. And so the goals that I be setting and the things that I'm trying to accomplish, they come a lot faster now because my energy is put towards being productive, and so I use that energy and I use my mind to keep focusing on the things that I want. and you can see and feel. If you focused on that and put more energy towards that, you're gonna get the things that you wish for, or whatever you want to call it. They're gonna come a lot faster than it used to. You ain't gotta believe me. Don't believe nothing I'm saying. Do not believe nothing I'm saying. Try it out in your own life. Try it out in your own life. Start letting stuff run off, and pick your spots when you respond. Pick your spots when you want to go off on people. Other than that, just focus on being reaching your goals. You're gonna see that life is really not what it used to be. You can't control what happened on the outside. You can't do that. You only can control what you can control. Is people you deal with, things you let in your mouth, things you let in your that you watch, and things you let in your ear. You can control all that. And then whenever something happens that is out of your control, you don't let it take over you like you used to. So if a song come on that you ain't really rocking with, you can it doesn't bother you. You got the power to say, oh, whatever. Somebody playing games with you, you got the power to say, I ain't tripping, man. It is what it is. And you just keep moving. You can do that. I've been doing that, and I've been less stressful, man. Way less stressful, bro. It's way less stressful when you just worry about things you can control. And then you live in the moment, you assess it, and you be solution-based. Your life gonna be way less stressful, I'm trying to tell you. Anybody who trying to play games, you kick them out. Oh, okay, I'm good. No, depending on who you are, though. Depending on who you are, I don't give 3 chances anymore. I don't want to play them type of games. I don't do that. You might get 1. Depending on how much I rock with you, I might give you 1. But other than that, I'm good. I'm gone, man. I don't have time for none of that. I'm good. I'm out of there. Right? So you have to start loving yourself more. And, Deion Sanders teaches you self-love is one of the most essential things you can do for growing. Is self-love. You gotta love yourself before you can accept love and love anybody else. You gotta learn to love yourself in all aspects. Once you start learning who you are and understanding what you require, then you can let now you know. See, a lot of us go through life that we don't even know who we are. I'm not. A lot of people gonna lie. I know who I am. No, you don't. You have to really do work on yourself. You have to really look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm bad at this. I'm good at this, and I'm bad at this. I'm okay at this. I'm alright at this. I like this. I don't like this. And you gotta stand on that. And when somebody tell you about yourself, you have to accept it. You can't be like, man, whatever, man. You don't know me. No. You have to start saying, you know what? You're right. You're right. Let me work on that. That's how loving yourself. A lot of us has been taught or just grew up not keeping it 100. We want everybody else to keep it 100, but we don't. We only keep it 100 with ourselves. You know that you ain't. So when somebody call you out, don't be like, man, whatever, man, you a hater. No. If you know you ain't and somebody say, hey, man, we've been watching you. We've been seeing what you doing. You ain't You gotta say, you know what, bro? You right. I've been wilding. Bro. Once you get to that point in your life where you can accept when people call you out and you know it's the truth, now you can start to develop this self-love. And now when criticism come, it doesn't bother you, because you know if you know when a person lying or the person telling the truth. And sometimes it's not even about lying. Maybe they just misunderstood, or maybe they just thought something because something went a certain way. So you just gotta learn how to think. You gotta learn how to put things in proper perspective, and you gotta learn how to listen. You gotta learn how to listen, man. A lot of us are so prone to just be on the defensive and not even listen and understand and compare and contrast before we respond. A lot of us don't want to do that. Whatever, man. Bro, come on. Even if you disagree, listen. They might have seen something you ain't seen, or somebody ain't tell you, or maybe somebody else told you, and you're like, whatever. There are times that we be wilding, and we don't even understand. We think we in the right, We think we in the right until somebody really break it down. You're like, oh, you know what? I ain't see it that way. I ain't see it that way. Yeah, we're not always right. No matter if you in your head you think you right, in your heart you think you right. Somebody can break it down to a point where you say, you know what? I ain't see it that way. Oh my goodness, you right. Let me go back and apologize real quick. I ain't even see it that way. Yeah, it's okay to be stuck in your ways, bro. It's okay to be stuck in your ways sometime. It is. It is. It's okay to be stuck in your ways sometime, man. That's part of life. It's okay. That's part. Your belief. If you have belief in something, it's okay to believe strongly. It's okay. But listen to other people when they try to tell you something. You don't have to denounce your belief. You don't have to go. What is that called? Dang, I can't think of the word. But you don't have to pick somebody else's belief. But just listen. Even if you don't 100% agree, just listen, man, and compare and contrast. You know, a lot of conversations would go a whole lot different, and a lot of people can learn from each other if people would stop just trying to be right all the time instead of just saying, "This is the information I got. Let's put it against the information you got, and let's see." Like they did, like they saw in school. Reading comprehension. We got to solve math problems. Let's just see how you got the answer. And let's see, we might find something that we agree on while we both put this stuff together and figure out how you got the answer. That's way better conversation and a way better debate than I'm right, you wrong, I'm right. You don't get a lot of unity when you debate like that. I mean, over the years, I done watched it offline, online. There's not a lot of unity and a lot of learning going on when you have two people just calling each other out and says, I'm right, and then the other person says, now I'm right, you wrong. There's not a lot of learning, unity going on. There's a lot of division that goes into that. Right now, you can stay on any side you want. That's not what I'm saying. Stay on any side you want. But when you trying to teach the masses, let me bring what I got with the sources. You bring what you got with the sources, and let's see what fits better for who, and then you run that way. That's it. You don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to down somebody and call them stupid, you dumb. That's what's going on in today's world. A lot of name calling and I'm right, you wrong. And the funny part is the information you got is from somebody else. The information you are talking about that you're right about is from other people. You didn't come up with that information. That's other people's information. They went out and did the footwork or the handwork or whatever work. They did that and you read the book or the article. Now that is your source. So you are really holding down somebody else's until you get in the field and do the work. Then you can say, you know what? I rock with this, but I did my own studies, which means I went out of somebody else's mind and research, and I went out there in the field and I did my own thing, or I dug a little deeper and I found this. Then, you could put your little twist in, like, nah, I found this, I found that. When you see certain researchers, right, they'll let you know, okay, I did this, but I personally went and I did my own little thing too. So I read these books and these articles, then I took a trip out there to try to see how much truth this is. Okay, see, that's different type of research when you go out there and try to see, okay, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? So that's what Dane Calloway be doing. There's a lot of people out there who actually take trips and try to add on to the research that they already did from other people's minds. Remember, those are other people's minds and those other people's research and thoughts. I meant to say other people's thoughts and research on things. So remember, some of the things is bias. Some of the stuff that you hold on to is coming from somebody who being biased because that's their belief, and they like, I don't care about that. I'm gonna write this down. So some of the stuff that you regurgitate and say and you live by is a biased opinion. Straight up. You know, when you tell a story and you don't like the other person, at some point your opinion will be biased. Everybody has a biased opinion. Everybody do. It just all depends on what's going on. So you got to understand that when you going against people and you be like, oh, I'm rocking with Joe Biden. Well, you know, in certain things, Joe Biden is biased as hell. You know that. I'm rocking with Donald Trump. Well, you know there's going to be a lot of biased opinions about Donald Trump. See what I'm saying? So you know that. You have to know. No matter the science, I trust the science. You don't believe that there's a certain part where the scientist is biased? Of course. When you was in school and you was in science class, right? And you do a science project, right? You do a science project, which means everybody is doing a project. And you start to come to your own conclusion of how this does that, this does that. And remember, you at your purest form as a kid, right? You're at your purest form as a kid. And even then, you be like, yo, my shit, my shit better than yours. Even as a kid, you are competitive like that. And you at your purest form, like, you're not an adult who been through life and understand what bias is and all of that. But, you know, even as a kid, they do that with parents. They do that with sisters and brothers. They'll be biased to who they rock with more. It's just being part of being a human being, man. It's just that's part of life. So you got to understand that bias is part of everything, man. Politicians be biased as hell. Nigga, we Democrats, you know the vibe. Nah, we Republicans, you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So you have to understand biasness is part of life. It's part of being alive, a part of rocking with people. People will be biased. It's okay. Your opinion, depending on what's going on and who it is and what it's not, will be biased. Now, I don't know why a lot of people just don't admit that. I don't know. I don't understand why people just won't admit that, yes, when I'm going to be biased with this person or this thing or this idea, I'm going to be biased. I don't care what you say. I mean, people blatantly say, I don't care what y'all say, this person did it. How do you know? It don't matter. You can just look at them. Oh, I don't care what y'all say. This person is the best. I don't care what the numbers say. See what I'm saying? People do it when they want to do it. But if you sit down and say, hey, you biased as hell, huh? Most people will be on the defensive. No, I'm not, man. I keep it 100. No, I don't. I'm 100. See what I'm saying? Like, if you put the spotlight on somebody and say, you a biased ass nigga, huh? Or you a biased ass person, huh? Man, what you talking about? No, I'm not. Depending on who it is, they'll be like, well, I guess sometimes I am. But a lot of people get defensive because it's looked at just negative. Being biased is not just negative, y'all. You can have a positive bias. It's okay. Being biased is not always negative. You know what I'm saying? So you have to start learning. A lot of things you was taught, you have to unlearn and relearn. You got to unlearn and relearn because they'll drive you crazy. Right? It's just like being vegan, right? Being vegan or vegetarian, whatever. The words trigger your thoughts. But since I've been not eating meat for over 7+ years, I start to understand that it's all about the way your body responds to things. Don't let the words have the word triggers certain thoughts and certain feelings. But if you do not indulge in that, because these communities is crazy. The vegetarian community be going after the non-vegetarian, the vegan goes after the non-vegan, and this and that. So once I was able to get up out of all of that, I do what I want to do. You vegan? Nah, man. I just eat how I want to eat for me. That's all you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? Learn what's best for you. Yeah, I don't have to eat beef and pork, but that person might have to eat beef and pork. Their body responds better when they eat beef and pork or fish. See what I'm saying? So they can't cut it all out. But I can, but I can. See what I'm saying? This person can't might have to stop eating or cannot eat a full what they call keto diet. Their body gonna go crazy, so they gotta go back to eating meats. Hey, it's fine. Everybody's not meant to do a 100% raw foods. Some people can survive, some people they can't. I learned that on this journey. So I don't even I take what everybody say with a grain of salt, and I just apply it to my life. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. That's how you gotta move with everything. Everything is not meant for everybody. Remember, when they do testing, it's not for everybody. They don't test everybody with the same thing. They test enough people to say, okay, this can work for this. But you gotta know your body gonna say, nah, I'm cool on that. Your body ain't gonna rock with that. Or it might rock with it with a higher dose or a lower dose. So you have to understand, when they go, the consensus is still not for everyone. When they put the consensus, it still doesn't mean everybody. This is why when some people go get help from the doctor, it works fast, and some people it works slow. Some people survive and some people don't. Because everybody, the treatment is different, y'all. Your body responds different to everything. So that's why they be like, yo, how come this person get to smoke and never get lung cancer? We don't know. But your ass gonna get it if you keep going. They told you better stop. Well, how come this person don't have kidney failure? He been drinking since he was 17. We don't know. But the doctor told you better lighten up, or your kidneys gonna be up out of there. They barely holding on. See that? No matter what type of studies they do, you're gonna find people who can defy the odds, and that shit don't bother them at all. Like now, when it comes to a lot of meat eating, it ain't good for a lot of people, right? But some people, it don't bother, it don't mess up their body at all. It ain't messing them up. But there's a lot of people out there, meat and a large consumption of meat is tearing their ass up. See what I'm saying? So you have to understand that studies are the studies, but the studies is not for everybody. It's an in general type of thing, study, but does not mean it's going to work or not work for everybody. Right? Chemotherapy work for some people, and chemotherapy don't work for everybody. Some people never come back. That shit does not work for everybody. It don't not work for everybody. Even natural healing. I've been in the natural healing for years. Certain things, you're gonna have to switch up when you're trying to detox or heal from something. You're gonna like, you know what I gotta do? Instead of blending my fruits, I gotta eat it. Huh? Do you understand what I'm saying? Instead of blending it, because it's too much high in sugar, like natural sugar. Instead of blending it, when it comes to this, you healing off of this, you just gotta eat it regular. This person, they get to blend it, it's cool. But you gotta eat it. You gotta understand that, man. Understand it. So what works for somebody else might not work for you. And it's a lot of people who like, damn, what should I eat then? Bruh, if you want to eat pepperoni, eat it. If pepperoni makes you feel whatever how you feel, then do it. Don't get online. I used to be the same way. Don't let these people trick you out of, if you what you want to do it. Just look at the information, go do some research, compare and contrast, and apply it to your life. Throw some fruits and veggies in there 3-4 times a week then, instead of, we gotta understand this, right? There's a 90-20 rule, right? 90% plant-based or raw foods, whatever you want to call it, and 20% do whatever else you want to do. That is a thing. That is really a thing. Now, some people, they don't push that. Everybody's not gonna drop eating hamburgers. Everybody not gonna stop eating hot dogs. So you have to be mindful of that. When you out here saying, I'm a health guru, everybody not, and again, everybody teaching is different. Everybody teaching different. So, everybody not finna just cold turkey stop eating hamburgers or processed foods, and they not. That's not how humans are programmed. Everybody not gonna just stop doing that. Hold on. Alright, we back. Okay? Everybody not gonna stop doing that. That's common sense. So do what's best for you, okay? Find out what works for you. If 90% raw foods and 20% whatever else, if that works for you, do it. If 60-40, 60 raw food, plant-based, and 40%, do it. You gotta do what works for you, right? And the best thing is to learn how to fast. You gotta learn how to intermediate fast. Okay, you have to learn how to do that because there's a lot of toxins and shit that go on, and a lot of cleaning out you gotta do. You gotta learn how to clean your colon. You gotta learn how to clean your lungs. You gotta learn how to clean your liver. You gotta learn how to clean your blood. You implement that into your life while doing this much percent of plant-based, whatever, you are gonna see the difference. Okay, you gotta just learn. On this journey I've been on since December. This fast I've been on this December, I learned a lot about the body, the colon, how important it is to have a clean colon, how important it is to have a good bacteria or the bacteria that you need inside your stomach so it can help you fight off diseases and stuff like that. How you need to have a certain type of bowel function flow so diseases can't stay or won't come because being backed up, it will cause that constipation is not good. I learned all of that, and you heard it. But now that I watch my body transform and starting to do this detox that I'm on, and you understand that parasites is real. How a lot of people are riddled with parasites, and that's why you are fatigued a lot. That's why or vitamin or mineral deficiency. I learned all that. It's one thing to hear about it, and it's one thing to really indulge in it and switch up your lifestyle and see and feel it and watch it. So you have to learn that type of stuff. When people tell you that, a lot of people get defensive. There's a lot of people who take the information too, but it's just still too many people getting defensive because I don't want to stop eating my Snickers bar. You don't have to. You grown. But learn how to detox and learn that there's days where you're going to have to substitute that Snickers for some dates, or substitute it for some real peanut butter and some jelly, and throw your nuts in there, or learn how to make your own Snickers bar at the crib, and then on your off day go get the store brand Snicker bar. You just learn how to play and navigate the way you want to do for yourself, right? That's it. There's some people that's gonna go cold turkey. There's other people that's not gonna go cold turkey. There's other people who gonna go 50%. There's other people who only can go 30%. Do it for your life. There's a lady that's on Instagram, and she tried to lose weight doing it the quote unquote natural. I guess all natural. Her body said no. Listen to this. Her body said, "Nah, we ain't doing that. You're gonna have to go back to your animal eating diet, and then it's up." So she has to eat animals. She has to eat eggs and beef and pork. Her body said, "This is what we need, not that shit." Now, yes, we want you to use that, but we want you to do more of this. And that you just have to. Your body gonna let you know what time it is, man. More it is, less it is. So it's okay for people to still eat chicken, but you gotta understand your body gonna let you know. Less it is, more it is. Right? So it all depends on who you are and how your body reacts. Everybody's body's different. Again, a lot of people eat meat and they don't have a lot of problems other meat eaters do. There's a lot of people who eat a lot of bread and they don't blow up like a lot of other people who eat a lot of bread do. A lot of people eat a lot of dairy, cheese, and all that, and it ain't making them bloated and making their stomach hurt and blowing them up real big. everybody body responds differently, man. So you just gotta do what's best for you. I pay attention to my body so I understand. You know what I'm saying? I know how I can gain weight fast, and I know how I can lose weight fast. My weight been going up and down for years, so I understand. Okay, if I eat like this, weight gonna come off fast. If I eat fruits, vegetables, and salads for my 95 or 90%, weight gonna go down. It's easy to lose weight just to eat like that. When I stop eating meat, that's how I learned. Okay, so I cut out the meat and I eat my dairies maybe later on in the day, like around 6 or something like that. And then during lunch, I eat a chicken salad. So in the morning, I don't eat no type of whatever, you know what I'm saying. In the intermediate fast, salad, chicken salad, and then what's the name? Now, some days I might flip it. Some days I might, you know what I'm saying, eat a little earlier. But that worked for me. Just eat straight up chicken salads helped me stop eating beef and pork. And it helped me lose my weight. So I know how to gain my weight and I know how to lose it. It's just how whatever works for you. Right? I know once I'm done with this fast, if I want to gain my weight back or a certain weight back fast, all I got to do is eat late. A lot of people know if you want to gain some weight fast, eat late. Even the health gurus will tell you that. Even a lot of health nutritionists would tell you, don't eat late because you need to give your body time to break down. So if you're trying to gain a lot of weight, that's one thing. I mean, I'm not saying it's good for you, but you can pack on weight fast by eating late. I done it to myself. When I used to work nights, that's all I did was eat late. I got big real quick. I got chubby real quick. Even if I didn't work nights, all I did was keep eating late. Stay up late, eat. That way, you'll start to notice that weight gonna come on fast, right? So just be mindful of whatever doesn't work for this person doesn't mean it's not gonna work for you. You are your own healer too. Okay, get the information and try it out on yourself. That's about it. All right, before we go, let's talk about the photo shoot that they dropped. Okay, we seen these pictures like probably a month ago or a month and a half ago. We seen it. We seen Deion Sanders and them stand or sit around the car with all the Coach Prime logo on the Corvette, and they was all dripped in the Coach Prime DT Diamond Turf shoes in all black. Well, that was an actual photo shoot. Wolof Media dropped the video, and he showed that was a real photo shoot. It wasn't just something they did real quick. It was a real Nike ad photo shoot. The ad is on the Nike website right now, and that was a real photo shoot. And they look fly, man. They did their thing. Bucky definitely had the best pictures. In the recent roll-off video, Shador actually said, Dad said you want. Yeah, Bucky had the best pictures, man. Bucky definitely had the best solo pictures. He definitely did. So salute to that. Again, man, people that says nepotism, they're mad at the Sanders nepotism. I love it because Deion is doing what he's supposed to do. Let his family eat off the name. You build it up, build it to a brand that's lucrative, and let the family go ahead and eat. They still gotta work. It's not like they just get it they don't gotta do nothing. They still gotta work, but let them eat off the brand, man. You know, they're gonna be able to eat off that name for a very long time, for the rest of their life. So that's what you like. They do that with LeBron James' son. Nepotism. Like, nepotism is bad. Why do people think nepotism is bad? Because a kid gets to do certain things because of what the parents did, how the parents was successful. So now the kids get to skip the line, so to speak. So what? Or they get to do certain things that other people can't. Bro, so what? Nepotism is not a bad thing. It's only bad because it ain't happening to you. Nepotism. So what? I never understood why people get mad at nepotism. I don't get it. I never understood that. If nepotism can benefit you, you not gonna say, man, nah, I wanna make my own name. I mean, you're not gonna get mad if you get the cut line because of nepotism. Now you might want to make your own name. Cool. That's what's up. That's what Bryce like. Now I'm gonna make my own name. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make my own name. I want you to look at me as Bryce James, not LeBron James' son. Cool. Nothing wrong with a person doing it the way they want to do it. But for the outsiders to get mad, man, LeBron James' son is getting this because it's his son. That's how it's supposed to go. That's what that royalty stuff is about. I paved the way, you get to cut the line. Right? I paved the way, this is your business too. I paved the way, you could get a shoe deal now too with Nike. You can get a clothing line deal with Adidas because me and Adidas been rocking for 12 years. Now we gonna go get you that. It's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to trickle down. Like all the stuff that I work for, supposed to trickle down. It's supposed to be. This is your resource too, if you want it. You know what I'm saying? So I never understood that, but salute to Deion and his sons, man. That's a fire picture. Now they know that was a real ad and not just a picture they did real quick. That's a real ad. They held it together for a long time. They kept it a secret, but it's all good. So go to Nike.com. The ad is up there. The Diamond Turf cleats is there. I think there's a hoodie there and a regular shirt up there with Deion Sanders hoodie and Deion Sanders shirts with the Diamond Turf cleats. I'm not sure what day the Diamond Turf shoes actually release. They claim that it already released, but I only see the cleats. I don't see the regular shoes. So maybe there's another day and time that the actual shoes come out. Deion Sanders said thank you to everybody who did it, who bought, and there's new colorways coming. Alright? So salute to that. With that being said, like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Sue. Hey man. Hey, y'all know what time it is. Appreciate the love, man. Share the video, like the video. I see y'all next video. Peace.